Okay, now we're going to go through that whole process again for this next example, example 3. Remember that step 1 is we need to figure out if there are any restrictions on x. And in this case, we do have x showing up in the denominators, and so the restrictions are that 2x cannot equal 0 and 3x cannot equal 0. So if 2x equals 0, that means x has to equal 0. Just divide both sides by 2 or divide both sides by 3. So this is really saying that x cannot be equal to 0. That's our one restriction. Because if that happens, then our denominator is equal to 0 and we're getting undefined quantities. Okay, so then for step 2 we need to find an LCD. And so now I have a 2x, a 3x, and an 18. And so 18 is a multiple of 2 and 3, so I think 18x is my LCD. And then remember in step 3 we want to multiply by the LCD and simplify. So I'm taking 5 over 2x equals 17 over 18 minus 1 over 3x, and I'm going to multiply by 18x. Okay, and now we're going to simplify that. So 18x over 2x is 9. So I'm going to get 9 times 5 equals, and now 18x over 18 is just going to give me an x. So I have 17x there. And then 18x over 3x is just going to leave me with 6. So the 3x and the x's cancel, and you get 18 over 3 is 6. So now I have 9 times 5, which should be 45, equals 17x minus 6, and I should add 6 to both sides. So I'll get 51 equals 17x. And now if you divide both sides by 17, you get x is equal to 51 over 17, which is 3. So x equals 3 is our solution. And you have to remember to check to make sure that's not one of our restricted values, and our only restriction was x couldn't equal 0, so x equals 3 is not restricted. So this is our solution. And then finally in step 4 you need to check your work. So check. And again you just take 5 over 2 times, and you're going to plug in your solution, which is 3. And the question is that equal to 17 over 18 minus 1 over 3 times 3. Okay, and now I need to check to make sure that this is actually true. So that's 5/6. Question is that equal to 17 over 18 minus 1/9? Or another way to write that would be 17 over 18 minus 2/18, and that would give me 15/18. Okay, so the question is 5/6 equal to 15/18? And the answer is yes, because I could write this as 5 over 6 times 3 over 3. Right? You can factor out a 3 out of the top and bottom, and 3 over 3 is 1, so you get 5/6 equals 5/6. So that is true.